Hey, Ontario Reign fans, Joey Z back with you, and we have a very special guest on the program here today in defenseman Sean Walker, the very first player announcement for the Reign coming up into this next season, 2017-2018 campaign. And Sean, a rookie going into this year, thank you so much for taking the time and joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
4 seasons at Bowling Green State University, first touch of professional hockey coming in. But for you, I mean, those 4 seasons, you served as a team captain. You went through a pretty lengthy season the past couple of years, your junior and senior campaign, getting a touch of the postseason as well. But what did all in all, looking back on those 4 seasons, how did that shape you in your preparations to go pro?
I think looking back, Bowling Green gave me every opportunity to grow as a player, and they put me in every situation. So, it was a great organization to grow as a player and a person. And, I think going to pro hockey, that'll help me a lot. I think I can transition. Bowling Green was a stepping stone for me, and I think they helped a lot. I think Ontario is a great organization, and hopefully I can do the exact same thing.
Over your 4 seasons, 160 games played, 80 points with 22 goals and 58 assists. You had a career best 24 points over your senior season and was a career best plus 15 on the back end as well. What was it about your senior season that just stood out and allowed you to elevate your game even more so? Because I know you're probably going to want to ride that confidence going into your first pro camps.
Yeah, for sure. We had a great team this year after my past senior year and stuff, and playing with great guys and stuff. Obviously, senior year, one of the older guys on the team. I was very confident going into the year. Just really feeling good about myself. And again, I was given every opportunity going into the year, and I took it and ended up having a really good year. So I was very thankful for that. And but again, I can't say enough for the guys that I played with. They really helped me out along the way in my 4 years, and I think that was a big part of it.
Your two-time All-WCHA second-team selection, not only last season but the season before your junior campaign, also named to the All-WCHA academic team. But I know when it comes to pro hockey and making the transition from college hockey to pros, you always lean on others around you, and certainly Bowling Green State has had a lot of players that made their impact in the professional world. In fact, talking with your director of hockey operations, Jimmy Spratt, I remember him from back in the ECHL, AHL days as well. So who have you leaned on to kind of help you with the beginning stages of this transition and making it to pro hockey?
Like you said, the big connection in the hockey world and stuff. We have lots of guys that have left Bowling Green and played pro hockey from when I was playing with them and stuff. So I've been in contact with them a lot and stuff. And even at the end of the year, we had a couple guys that signed and went and played. So I talked to them a lot. And again, just the guys that have been to camps before and been around the pro atmosphere, I've talked to them a bunch. Hopefully they can fill me in with some key pointers and tips to help me transition even better.
You mentioned briefly a few moments ago about you heard and saw that Ontario was a good organization that you wanted to come to. Nelson Emerson and Rob Blake heavily entrenched in the LA Kings and the Ontario Reign. Of course, Blake making the jump up to the general manager, and of course Nelson Emerson, a key cog in the development staff, and he's really around the locker room, around the Reign, almost 24/7 it seems like, and both of them graduates and coming out of Bowling Green State University and among the all-time greats out of BGSU. But what did their impact, maybe specifically those two, or maybe the impact that they have left behind at BGSU that made you want to join the Kings organization?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Obviously, two BG legends and stuff, and my one coach, Ty Agner, played with Rob Blake and stuff, so that was pretty awesome. Even this year, we had the big 50th ceremony for Bowling Green when we had the rink naming, and both Rob Blake and Nelson Emerson were down there, and you could see that they were just right back into it, just felt so at home in Bowling Green and stuff, and obviously they had an amazing experience there as well. So I just looked at them and saw what they've done in their careers and stuff, and obviously they went to Bowling Green, and that was their first stepping stone to pro hockey and stuff. So just kind of trying to go in there.
And then with the hockey operations with the Ontario Reign, director of hockey ops Hubie McDonough, certainly you've been in contact with, as well as maybe some of the coaching staff. What have your conversations been like with them to help you get acclimated to the Reign and the Kings way?
Good. They've been good. Very brief so far. We haven't had much time to talk and stuff from the point I signed. But I know they were in talks with my coaches at Bowling Green a lot and stuff, and I talked to them a bunch too. And one of the big things was just go and be the player I can be. Don't try and step out of my comfort zone too much and do anything out of my element, but just be the player I've been over the past 4 years, and hopefully everything will unfold the way it's supposed to.
And sometimes that can be easier said than done, just with the anxiousness I'm sure you're feeling right now to get your pro career underway. What expectations do you set yourself, and how do you manage some of that excitement and that energy that you want to contribute and put your stamp on the Reign game?
Yeah, of course. Coming into my first pro year, expectations are tough because I haven't been in a pro atmosphere before. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work, but obviously I want to be a part of the team. I want to contribute when I can. So, obviously I want to be in the lineup every night and contributing where I can and be solid defenseman. So hopefully that's going to happen. But yeah, the excitement's at an all-time high to get my pro career underway, and just got to take it day by day and make sure that my mind's in the right place and I'm doing all the little things right.
And Sean, final question for you here, and again, thank you so much for joining us for our segment. But for you, going into camp now, fans are passionate, beyond passionate when it comes to the LA Kings and the Ontario Reign, especially here in the Inland Empire. They're going to want to get to know you as soon as possible. But for your playing style and what you have to offer, what can they expect? How would you describe your play so when fans see you, they know that's Sean Walker skating around?
I'd like to say that I'm a kind of a playmaker, a shooter, solid defenseman, good skater. I think I'm not going to stand out on the offensive side of things, but, I think I definitely can contribute there, and a solid defenseman all around. So I think I got great skating abilities that are going to help me all around the ice and in the pro level. And, I compete very hard.
Well, Sean, again, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I know the summer is actually kind of just getting started in terms of off-season with all the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup, everything wrapping up. But I know the camps and everything are going to be arriving here before you know it. So enjoy what's left of summer before hockey season starts once again. Thank you again.
Yes, for sure. Thank you very much for having me.